In the gaming realm, one iconic series has lurked in the shadows, poised to strike with precision and power. Enter the Ninja Gaiden saga, a journey that has captivated players with its unwavering action, intricate gameplay, and a reputation for unforgiving challenge. This collaborative endeavor forged the path for one of the most revered ninja franchises in gaming history. Our journey commences in 1988 with the arcade version of Ninja Gaiden. This was the birth of Ryu Hayabusa's quest for vengeance. The arcade version of Ninja Gaiden was developed as a side-scrolling beat-em-up for 1 or 2 players, where you can take control of an unnamed ninja. This ninja was later established as Ryu Hayabusa. The game's levels were filled with environmental hazards, such as collapsing platforms and traps that added in an extra layer of challenge. Boss Battle. Like any great game, Ninja Gaiden featured epic boss battle. The game featured a variety of different backdrops and environments, and who could ever forget the game's super gnarly game over screen. The arcade version of Ninja Gaiden was a true classic that challenged players to master its fast-paced combat and overcome its punishing difficulty. It laid the foundation for the series' future and showcased the potential of the gaming medium. In 1989, Ninja Gaiden made its debut on the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, marking a significant transition from the series from the arcade to home consoles. From the very beginning of the game loading, Ninja Gaiden on the NES introduced a new level of cinematic storytelling to gaming. Players were treated to beautifully animated and dramatic cutscenes that advanced the plot, setting a new standard for narratives and action games. These cutscenes not only added depth to the story, but also provided players with a sense of immersion that was not found in gaming at this time. They conveyed Ryu's quest to avenge his father's death and the overarching battle against the forces of evil. The NES version retained the intense action from the arcade, but expanded the experience significantly, making it a true turning point for the series. The music for the game was composed by Keiji Yamagashi and Ryoichi Nitta. The composers made the most of the NES's limited soundboard, crafting complex and layered compositions that pushed the system's capabilities to the fullest. This innovative use of hardware is one of the reasons the music stands out. The game was revolutionary for its time, offering a blend of fast-paced side-scrolling action and cinematic storytelling. Similar to the arcade version, Ninja Gaiden on the NES was renowned for its punishing difficulty. It required players to master precise platforming, combat techniques, and strategic weapon usage to progress through the game. The game featured epic boss battles against formidable foes, each with their own attack patterns and weaknesses. These encounters challenged player skills and added to the game's reputation for its difficulty. From the moment the first Ninja Gaiden game hit the NES in 1988, it was clear that something extraordinary had arrived in the world of gaming. But little did we know, the best was yet to come. In 1990, Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos, burst onto the scene, taking everything that made the first game popular and elevating it to a whole new level. The game continued to use cinematic storytelling to advance the plot, and again players were treated to beautifully animated opening cutscenes. In this sequel, Ryu battles a group of evil ninjas led by Ashtar, who seeks to revive a powerful demon, Jakyo, by collecting all the demon statues. The Dark Sword of Chaos brought several significant changes and improvements compared to its predecessor. Graphics and animations were improved, with more detailed character sprites and backgrounds. The visuals were crisper and more refined, giving the game a much more polished look. The expanded arsenal. Ninja Gaiden 2 introduced a broader range of weapons and ninja magic. One notable change from the first game was the removal of the game's original slash attack, which was a powerful close-range attack that could be performed with Ryu's katana. This removal of the slash was seen as a balancing decision by the game's developers to make the gameplay more challenging and strategic. As slash was removed, several other new ninja magics were added, including the infamous Shadow Clone's power-up. This created an orange duplicate of Ryu for additional support. Shadow Clones followed behind Ryu and mimic his attacks simultaneously, including Ryu's ninja abilities. They are also immune to all damage. Enemies and projectiles simply pass through Shadow Clones. Players can have up to 2 clones at once by acquiring a second Shadow Clone power-up while the first is still active. Enhanced controls. The control scheme was improved, making Ryu Hayabusa more responsive and agile. This allowed for smoother and more precise platforming in combat, which was crucial in a game known for its challenging level design. Overall, Ninja Gaiden 2: The Dark Sword of Chaos built upon the foundation set by the amazing first game, refined its gameplay and expanded its mechanics, and offered an even bigger challenge and engaging experience. The sequel remains a classic in the NES library, and it's still celebrated today for its action-packed gameplay and overall contributions to the saga. Ninja Gaiden 3 and the Ancient Ship of Doom for the NES released in 1991 and marked the final chapter of the original Nintendo trilogy. The plot has Ryu battling yet another mysterious cult, and this time battling a curse that threatens his very own life. Once again, the opening cinema sets the stage for this third installment and has Ryu trying to clear his name while solving the mystery of who killed Irene. Overall, Ninja Gaiden 3 is a nice standalone game. While it is considered the weakest game out of the trilogy, that's not a horrible thing considering the legendary status the first 2 games attained. A new feature introduced is Ryu's ability to hang overhead from pipes or ivy. He can swing up to the top or drop from them. New power-ups you can obtain include the new Up and Down, which sends out 2 blades straight up and down from where Ryu is standing, and the most highly anticipated power-up being the Super Sword, which is a new weapon that allows Ryu to almost double the range of his Dragon Sword. This new power-up did come at a price, as the Shadow Clones from the previous Ninja Gaiden were now removed. The Ninja Gaiden series has always been known for its difficulty, but interestingly enough, this game is actually the easiest of the series, provided you use all your ninja arts to the fullest. Oddly, Tecmo did introduce a limit on the number of continues in the game to a maximum of 5 to complete the game. However, even with unlimited continues, these conditions seem to try and overcompensate for the relative lack of difficulty within the game compared to the first 2 entries in the trilogy. While Ninja Gaiden 3, The Ancient Ship of Doom, doesn't present a flawless conclusion to this trilogy, there's still an undeniable truth that it's unquestionably still worth playing. There's something to be said about the wisdom from Tecmo in enhancing the overall experience rather than in reinventing it entirely. The Retro Ninja Gaiden series remains a cherished piece of gaming history, remembered for its challenging gameplay, memorable music, and the enduring legacy of Ryu Hayabusa as a gaming icon. The influence of these games can still be felt today, as they paved the way for modern action-adventure titles, leaving a lasting mark on the gaming landscape and influencing generations of game developers. And in 2004, Team Ninja came back with a vengeance and released the groundbreaking Ninja Gaiden Black series on the Xbox and PlayStation 3, and their amazing sequels followed. But those treasures will need to be saved for another day. Thank you for joining us on the Retro Ninja Revival. To stay updated on the latest in gaming and explore more iconic gaming treasures, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more video content. Till next time, keep gaming, keep exploring, and may your adventures be as legendary as the shadows that shaped Ninja Gaiden.